What's up with it, man? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notification so that you're able to get each and every one of my videos. I want to congratulate Manu Ginobili. Also want to congratulate Tom Chambers for being amongst the list for the Naismith Hall of Fame. Now, you know, this is a very, I think, an important one, at least for me, because Manu Ginobili was one of the premier guards in the league, in which a lot of people they actually won't pay homage to him, but he innovated a lot of stuff. Manu Ginobili was, you know, uh, played the six, played the hell out of a six-man role, and was the spark off the bench, and was definitely the pillar in a lot of those Spurs championships. And more importantly, he was an international player. Okay. And then on top of that, we have to understand something that when Manu Ginobili was in the league, people forget that he won a gold medal with Argentina in 2004 at a time when the league was extremely competitive during that time. And I know that's international talk, but it speaks to the volume and the versatility of a guy like Manu Ginobili. So much really doesn't need to be said unless you paid attention to Manu Ginobili, particularly earlier in his career. Manu Ginobili could pretty much do it all. He could shoot. Okay, he could shoot the mid range, both the 3 pointers. Now there were some times when he did take some questionable shots and made some questionable decisions. A lot of times in which a lot of players do, but he always made up for it in being having that clutch factor, not being afraid of the moment at times. And there was times when Manu Ginobili had came in and he willed the Spurs to victory after they may have had like a subpar first half or even a, a subpar first part of the series too as well. Manu Ginobili, you could always count on him. And on top of that, he was underrated for his athleticism too. Manu could get up too. So he was a total package. And nevertheless, man, I'm still happy for the guy, man. Always a professional. And he brought a lot to the game in which a lot of people failed to give him credit for because he was the one that pretty much innovated the Euro step. And initially, people thought it was a travel, but it wasn't a travel. Now, people that were trying to do it, several people, they might have got called for travel because guess what? They weren't doing it right. Then on top of that, we got to give props to Tom Chambers, another one of my personal favorites who I watched back in the days. Tom Chambers was known as a high flyer, one of the ones that could truly get up before time All Star. Played had stints with the Supersonics and as well as the Phoenix Suns, most notably the Phoenix Suns. And you know, to me, Tom Chambers really deserves to be up in there. I know some people might question that, but Tom Chambers, if you really looked at Tom Chambers like earlier in his career, oh, Tom Chambers could not only score, but he was a hella athletic too as well. Um, Amongst the other ones that are being nominated is Joey Crawford, the referee, a longtime veteran referee, and also the the four I'm sorry about that. She was a five-time All Star, four-time NBA champion, Lindsay Whalen. Paid attention to her a little bit too as well. Now there was some beyond the first-time nominees as well, other than not in the nomination pool for this Hall of Fame. It was Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Sean Merriam, Tim Hardaway, Muggsy Bogues, Mark Jackson, Swing Cash, Becky Hammond, George Carl, and Bob Huggins as well. So we got to look out for those guys as well. Me myself personally, I feel like especially Chauncey Billups and Tim Hardaway, uh, as well as um, Bob Huggins. And I know a lot of people, they have the issues with George Carl, but George Carl, he should get in there. You know what I'm saying? Even though there's been some stuff that about George Carl that I'm not gonna get into, but nevertheless, I feel like those guys should be in there. I like Sean Marion. You know what I'm saying? He was very athletic. 2011 championship, a part of that Dallas Mavericks. I'm kind of like iffy about that. Now, Rip Hamilton. I At one point in time I looked at Rip Hamilton as a Hall of Famer. But there's sometimes when I think that he is, and there's sometimes that he isn't. However, the thing about Rip Hamilton that you can't take away from him is the fact that uh, he on every team that he went to, he was definitely a reliable scorer, and he did it in a lot of ways before eventually joining to the Detroit Pistons and then revolutionizing the the mid range and moving without the ball and coming off the screens and everything. So congratulations though to Manu Ginobili and Tom Chambers, as well as everybody else that's in the Hall of Fame class that are set to be inducted. Um, Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Like the video and share it too as well. Until then, this Polo Sports Talk and Entertainment. I'll get at you later.